Admiral of the Fleet, Sir Algernon McLennan Lyons, GCB, ADC, DL, JP, was born on the 30th of August 1833. He was a senior Royal Navy officer who served as first and principal naval aide-de-camp to Queen Victoria. He also served as Commander-in-Chief Pacific Station, Commander-in-Chief North America and West Indies Station, and then Commander-in-Chief Plymouth. He was the nephew of the eminent Admiral Edmund Lyons, 1st Baron Lyons, who served as Commander-in-Chief of the Mediterranean Fleet, under whom he served for a time, and the cousin of Richard Lyons, 1st Viscount Lyons, and Richard Lyons Pearson, Assistant Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police. Admiral Lyons was born in Bombay and was the second son of Lieutenant General Humphrey Lyons. He was privately educated in Twickenham, Middlesex. He joined the Royal Navy in 1847. He was appointed to the 5th-rate HMS Cambrian on the East Indies and China station, and then transferred to the 2nd-rate HMS Albion, flagship of his uncle Sir Edmund Lyons, who was second in command of the Mediterranean Fleet in 1853. Algernon Lyons was promoted to mate in October 1853 and transferred to the paddle frigate HMS Firebrand, which was engaged in the blockade of the Danube Delta, which was being held by the Russians at the start of the Crimean War. Lyons was promoted to lieutenant on the 26th of June 1854. During the blockade of the mouth of the Danube, Captain Parker, Lyons's commanding officer, decided to attack the guardhouses and signal stations higher up the river. These were responsible for the supply and communication of the Russian enemy. On the 8th of July, Captain Parker proceeded up the Danube, the banks of which were lined by Cossacks who opened fire. When he reached the first Russian fort, defended by a stockade and a battery, Captain Parker was shot and killed by a Cossack. When Parker was killed, Algernon Lyons took control of the British boats and proceeded to destroy not only the first Russian signal station, but the next 4 signal stations up the river, causing the Russians to flee. For this, he was mentioned in dispatches. He then became commander of HMS Firebrand for the bombardment of Sevastopol in October 1854. This was led by his uncle, Sir Admiral Edmund Lyons, 1st Baron Lyons. When the British flagship HMS Albion was set on fire by the Russians, Lyons attached it, whilst burning, to his own ship and towed it to safety. In December 1854, his uncle, 1st Baron Lyons, became Commander-in-Chief of the Mediterranean Fleet and appointed Lyons his flag lieutenant. Lyons commanded the first-rate HMS Royal Albert in December 1854, during the operations in Kerch in October 1854 and at the Battle of Kinburn in October 1855. He was promoted to commander on the 9th of August. He became commanding officer of the sloop HMS Racer on the North American and West Indies station in May 1860. In HMS Racer, he had the difficult task of protecting British merchant vessels seeking to evade the blockade being imposed by the United States Navy on Confederate ports. Lyons was promoted to captain on the 1st of December 1862. He became commanding officer of the corvette HMS Charybdis on the Pacific station in January 1867 and commanding officer of the frigate HMS Immortalite in a detached squadron in October 1872. He was appointed Commodore in charge at Jamaica in 1875, and in April 1878 he became commanding officer of the armoured turret ship HMS Monarch in the Mediterranean Fleet. He was deployed to Constantinople during his tour on HMS Monarch. Lyons was promoted to Rear Admiral on the 26th of September 1878. He became Commander-in-Chief Pacific Station with his flag in the armoured ship HMS Swiftsure in December 1881. He was promoted to Vice Admiral on the 27th of October 1884. He became Commander-in-Chief of the North America and West Indies Station in September 1886. In this position, his flagship was the central battery ship HMS Bellerophon. Lyons was promoted to Admiral on the 15th of December 1888 and appointed a Knight Commander of the Order of the Bath in 1889. He was made Commander-in-Chief Plymouth in June of 1892. He then became a Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the Bath in June 1897 and was promoted Admiral of the Fleet on the 23rd of August 1897. In February 1895, he was appointed First and Principal Naval Aide-de-Camp to Queen Victoria. He was a Deputy Lieutenant and Justice of the Peace for Glamorgan, and he retired on the 30th of August 1903. Algernon Lyons married Louisa Jane Penrice at Pennard Church on the 3rd of September 1879, and they had 2 sons and 2 daughters. Their residence was Kilvrough Manor, Gower, where Algernon Lyons died on the 9th of February 1908, and he was buried in Pennard Church, Gower.